Hey, Guy in Hutchinson, Kansas.
And Guy in Cabo San Lucas.
Get ready, because this could be a podcast.
I was wondering, are you familiar with the Kevin Bacon game?
Yes.
Yeah,
Very much so.
Yeah. So I was recently reminded of it this weekend because we used to play it all the time back in high
it's
school.
like high school.
It was a fun game.
Yeah.
You know, before Kevin.
IMDb.
Well, there is a
became a
website.
thing.
There is a website. It's
is
the
it?
Oracle of Kevin Bacon here. I'll pull it up because I learned something and also figured something out as well. If those are two different things. 6
Sure.
degrees. I'm trying to type and talk at the same time. This is what we need Jamie for, but he's part of the surprise of it.
Sure.
All, so it's not.
Sure.
But so there's the Oracle of Bacon is what it's called. It's the
Okay.
website. So if you go to it, they'll tell you the quickest way.
Okay.
But the game was always if you could do it,
within 6 steps or 7, or is it 7?
It's 7, but it's also try to get to the smallest number possible.
Yeah.
So if you can do it in 2 steps versus 6, that's great, So I'm watching a movie this weekend called Jacob's Ladder. Have you ever seen it?
I never watched it. I remember seeing like a little clip of it on like TV, and I'm like, oh, this looks like a scary movie, and I didn't want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Starring what's his name from Shawshank?
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins is in
Yeah.
it. It's very good. It's a very good movie.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good movie. But
I'm not a big fan of trauma from Vietnam.
It's weaved in nicely.
Yeah.
It's weaved in nicely. It's part of the overall story. But as I'm one to do, I like to look up the people in the movie, the actors, the writers, the director, and all that stuff, and all that fun stuff. So I'm doing this while the movie's playing on. The tone, it's a movie about a man who went to Vietnam, and his son died before he went to Vietnam, and he's kind of dealing with the post world of Vietnam and all this stuff. And I'm looking through, and I'll pull up the IMDb here too, just to make sure I get this all right.
I want this to be 100% accurate. I want to be completely authentic, and I don't want to lead anybody astray.
So I'm going to give it away a little bit here because the lead actor.
Yes.
But in this movie, there are a couple of I would say surprising casting.
Okay.
That I did not see in the first, watching it. I was like, oh, there's that person. I didn't realize it. So in this movie, there's Ving Rhames is in it. A young Ving Rhames. It's fine.
Oh,
it's good.
Okay.
There's also Jason Alexander in 1990. So a 1990 Jason Alexander.
Okay.
This tracks, right?
1990?
1990.
Oh,
yeah.
That's when this came out? Okay.
Mhm. Yep. And then it gets a little crazy. Okay.
All right.
Then
Okay.
it goes Kyle Gass of Tenacious D.
No shit.
Yeah. And he's not I had to go back and find him.
Yeah.
I had to watch the movie again.
Kyle Gass is in Jacob's Ladder.
Yeah. And he plays a character called Tony.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is obviously way before Tenacious D and stuff.
Sure.
And but he plays a guy who lives in the apartment building and he has to help out Tim Robbins at some point. So very weird. And then also Lewis Black is in this movie.
Oh, okay.
As Jacob's doctor.
As a doctor?
Yes. And I've now watched this movie twice this week because I watched it by myself and then I was like, I think my wife would like this. So I'm like, want to watch this again? And I knew I wanted to bring it up in the podcast. I'm like, I got to find it. I have not found Lewis Black in this movie.
Okay.
But he is credited and he's not uncredited,
Sure.
But I was like, Kyle Gass and Lewis Black are in this fucking movie? Like, what the hell?
What is this
It's
movie?
tonally not them, by the way, but, So the question then was like, how many steps can you get? Obviously, this is a great Kevin Bacon game because Kyle Gass, you can get there with 2 steps with Tim Robbins into Mystic River, right?
What?
Are you familiar with the movie Mystic River?
I know. No, I never watched that one. Hold on.
Mystic River with Sean Penn and
Did Clint Eastwood direct that?
Yeah.
I never watched that one.
Oh, you need to watch that one. That's very good.
Yeah,
Oh,
coming from a guy who hates Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's very good. Tim Robbins, Sean Penn, Kevin Bacon. You're going to get there.
Yeah.
But the real anomaly came up when I went to the Oracle of Bacon. Because I just had to make sure. Maybe I didn't expect Kyle Gass to be in this movie. Maybe Kyle Gass has been in a Kevin Bacon movie. So,
Okay.
So there's 2 steps. Is there 1 step removed?
Yeah.
And I was shocked to find out the amount of connections that Kevin Bacon and Kyle Gass have. Yeah. So we'll just go through because it randomly generates it. And so I have not seen anything that's been more than 2 steps. Everything is. Kyle Gass was in Cradle Will Rock with Tim Robbins, who was in Mystic River with Kevin Bacon. You go find a different link. Kyle Gass was in Barry Monday with
Shea Wiggum,
and who was in Cop Car with
okay.
Kevin Bacon.
I've never heard of.
And then
Kyle Gass was in Wild Hogs.
Exactly. Who was in
I did know that, yeah.
That tracks. Not Wild Hogs 2, but you can
There wasn't a Wild Hogs 2, was there?
I don't think so.
Okay. God,
Gotta hope not.
I hope.
check that out because that
God, I
might be.
hope not.
But I'm going through. I mean, there's tons of different. Like, we don't have to read all of them, but like Kyle Gass was in Year One with Oliver Platt, who was in Frost Nixon with Kevin Bacon.
Okay.
And you can just keep going and going and going and going before. I think we just got back. The Cradle of Rock was again, but Kyle Gass was in Elf with Peter Dinklage, who was in The Toxic Avenger with Kevin Bacon. Like,
Hold on.
So Wild Hogs 2,
yes.
Bachelor Ride,
Oh.
was a canceled project with the original
thank
cast
God.
coming back.
Oh, thank God.
Did COVID kill that? Or?
Yeah.
I mean, the first one came out in 2007, so I'm just going to say
Yeah.
that
I think
It
America's
killed itself, yeah.
appetite for Tim Allen movies might have been it.
it Epsteined itself for sure.
After Christmas.
Whoa, that's a jump.
Yeah, here's the deal. I remember like after 9/11. Sorry. I had a joke that I was working on. It was like,
Still working on it.
yeah, it was like, I don't understand these terrorists. Okay, I mean, you want everybody to convert to a different religion. This is ridiculous. I mean, that's a big ask. Can we just like have
Was
like?
that? I don't think that was the point of 9/11.
Well, it's part of it. Anyhow, and then the idea of I was like, can we just like have like a little bit smaller stakes? Like, can we not have Scooby Doo 2 be released? Can somebody like have some kind of hostage situation to stop garbage getting made? Because I think that might be a little bit better for the overall benefit
Better fit?
benefit
Speaking
of
of which, this
society.
episode's brought to you by BetterFit.
Yeah, yeah, and so yeah, I
So
would
you're
d-
encouraging terrorism.
I would if it meant that if Wild Hogs 2 got swept under the rug because, you know, someone hijacked a 747, I think I'd be okay with that for a little bit.
for a little
This
bit.
is a hot take if I've ever heard
Yeah,
one.
that's a hot take. Yeah.
No, that's the only reason that
So-
Wild Hogs 2 is like somebody hijacked a bus and it's like, this needs to get me Tim Allen on the phone right now. He didn't pick
We
up.
got an actual
John Travolta did though.
we got an actual incident of snakes on a plane, so
Yeah.
we got to just shut this production down right now.
So you're okay with terrorism
As long
as it shuts down
stops
movies
Wild
that
Hogs 2.
you would never watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, because it does that. We don't need that in our society. No.
I feel like you'd be curious enough to watch Wild Hogs too.
Ah.
I don't think you have the
Listen, I'd have to
mental
hear.
fortitude to not
I'd have
watch
to
that.
hear so many people say, "This is an absolute piece of shit. This is complete garbage with so many horrible choices." You want to see how many like bad choices you can make in a row? This is the movie to watch. Those pique my interest.
So you're part of the problem.
No, because that's not why Wild Hogs was made.
But that's why the Terrorist Act happened.
Yeah,
Because people watched it.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Did you enjoy Wild Hogs?
Fuck, I've never seen a second of Wild Hogs. No.
You want to see
Again,
Martin Lawrence and William H. Macy as best friends riding motorcycles?
we already did the how many characters can you name from Dude, Where's My Car last week? I don't know. I think it's a little easy.
I think
This might be too much of a
Past
softball.
Ray Liotta, I'm completely out.
Oh, that's right. Ray Liotta was the bad guy in Wild
Yes.
Hogs.
So the five guys, that's it. That's all I know.
Okay, I was going to say, you don't need to explain the plot of Wild Hogs.
I totally forgot that William H. Macy was in it. I remember John Travolta and Tim Allen and Martin Lawrence.
It's a nice paycheck for
I
them.
kind of forgot William H. Macy.
Yeah, and then Ray Liotta, and then I know nothing.
Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know-
sure
I don't
there's
know
I'm
shit
sure
about
there's a
fuck.
lot of great people.
But essentially, that's what they tried to do. I don't know if it was a marketing campaign or if it actually happened, but with the interview, I mean,
Oh,
the hacking of Sony,
sure.
whether that was an elaborate Hollywood marketing campaign or if it actually happened.
No, because a lot of people at Sony looked like pieces of shit. Like as far as correspondence with inside the company, like a lot of people
But also,
came out looking really, really bad.
Also, it was a fucking Seth Rogen, James Franco movie that
I know.
it wasn't.
I thought
I'm
Kim
just
Jong
talking
Un
about-
had
I'm
a better, sense of humor.
I don't really believe if it actually happened, but anyway,
Yeah.
it got people to watch the movie. That was the whole point,
right.
So it would have the exact opposite of the
Yeah.
effect of your joke
Yeah.
that you're looking for,
Yeah.
unless they actually get the movie canceled. But then we're giving into terrorists, and we don't normally do that.
We're not supposed to do that. But if it means that, people aren't going to watch giant pieces of shit, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's a better movie than a joke.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
We got to stop. We've got to stop this. We
Got to stop Wild
somebody's
Dogs,
gonna,
too. Somebody's going to get hurt.
No one's asking for this except for maybe John Travolta. Maybe.
Well, they're all asking for it. I'm sure it was a great payday.
What? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a great payday.
Like,
I'm sure the movie made money.
I'd love to know, like, at the second, like, Tim Allen got done with the script, the end. Oh, geez, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Well, if you like to ride motorcycles, I'm sure it's a nice thing.
Is it? I don't know. You can just do that without getting paid money.
But wouldn't it be more fun to get paid to ride motorcycles? If I'm going to ride a motorcycle,
Not with
I'd
John
rather get paid.
Travolta. That guy's a real piece of shit.
You strong take against
Strong
John
take.
John Travolta.
Yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah.
How has he personally slighted you?
John Travolta, well, he just never knew how to stay in his own lane.
What's the
Motorcycle riding wise.
Really didn't like Look Who's Talking Now, the third of the...
without typing in the
Yeah.
Oracle of Bacon? How many steps can you take John Travolta to
John
get to
Travolta.
Kevin Bacon? This is what I'm going to start doing now. I'm going to start throwing this out.
That's an interesting one. Okay, hold on. John Travolta. Something with Samuel L. Jackson. I think he was in something, right? He was in The General's Daughter or
Pulp Fiction? Is that what you're trying to
Pulp
get?
Fiction
Jesus
too.
Christ.
Oh, jeez, yeah, I kind of forgot about that one. Maybe something. I'm sure Samuel L. Jackson and Kevin Bacon have been in a movie together because Samuel L. Jackson, quote unquote, is in everything. Jeez. God, let me think here.
I'm sure it's two, if not one, but
Yeah.
it's without looking it up if you can think of it. Cole, you got any guesses?
So I was thinking about Face Off a little bit. I was thinking
I immediately
going to
went
Nick
to-
Cage like right away.
I thought
yeah.
Broken Arrow, maybe you get some Christian Slater in there, but
Yeah, because
then-
Christian Slater also big in the 90s, early 90s.
yeah, it's really just getting. And see, back in the day when I had this, like Sleepers was a huge movie. If you had Kevin Bacon, 'cause
Yeah.
that had Brad Pitt and Robert De Niro in it, and I think a couple other actors. But that's where
Yeah.
you'd have to find these like Jacob's Ladder would have been a
Right,
huge movie to
right.
be like, oh, I can get Kyle Gass in like 2 now because I don't have to go through
So I'm having a hard time with John Travolta's like
Filmography?
Yeah,
filmography.
Uma Thurman and Kevin Bacon ever do anything together?
I'm sure you guys want to look it up. You giving up?
Hold on.
I'm trying to think here.
That's the beauty of this game because
So I'm like thinking about Look Who's Talking. I'm thinking about Pulp Fiction. I'm thinking about Face Off. I'm thinking about
if you can get to Brett, well, here's what it is. It's
Denzel
Samuel L.
Washington?
Jackson, or no, John Travolta was in Pulp Fiction with Quentin Tarantino. Was Quentin Tarantino in Inglourious Bastards
No.
or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No. He was in
So
he was
then-
in Django.
Yeah. So then we got to go. Then you can get to Quentin, and then if you can get one of the people, then it's Christoph Waltz. Christoph Waltz was in Django, who was in Inglourious Bastards with Brad Pitt, who was in Sleepers with Kevin
Okay.
Bacon.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
You
not
did it.
saying it's the
Yeah.
quickest, but
you did it. I was trying to find it within like one person. but-
yeah, that's always the goal. That's what the
my
website's
Kevin
for.
Bacon knowledge is not something that I'm really,
You're gonna work on it.
honed in on.
John Travolta and Fred Ward ever worked together?
Yeah, or John Travolta and Tom Hanks.
So here's what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna. So I would imagine it's like they were in a movie together.
I'm guessing they're probably were in a movie together.
John Travolta was that's 2. He was in The Fanatic with Louis De Silva Jr., who was in One Way with Kevin Bacon. I think we can do better.
Is that Tico?
Here we go.
Oh, Phenomenon. Okay. Yep.
John Travolta was in Phenomenon with Forrest Whitaker.
Have
It was
you
in
ever
the
heard
air I
of
breathe.
The Air I
give me
Breathe?
another one. I gotta see
You want-
another one.
All right.
If it was the air up there, I would have said yeah.
John Travolta was in She's So Lovely with Sean Penn, who was in Mystic River with Kevin Bacon.
So there was no direct.
There's
They've
no-
never done a
No.
movie together.
They've never done one. Nope. But again, this Mystic River was also another good Kevin Bacon movie.
No,
If you can
because
get
there's a
to-
bunch of
Give,
people.
give
in
me
that.
one more just to see if Nick Cage pops up because damn it.
I mean, we can keep
Basi-
going through until we find it.
Yeah.
Oh, Kelly Preston. That's John Travolta's wife.
Look at that. And there's Double, because she was in Battlefield Earth, too.
And Death Sentence.
Oh God, Battlefield Earth.
Oh, Apollo 13 was also another good. If you can get to Tom Hanks or
Rance Howard Is that no? That's Clint Howard. I'm thinking of.
There's Clint Howard right there.
There's Clint Howard.
There we go.
Yeah.
So John Travolta was in Austin Powers Gold member with Clint Howard, who was in My Dog Skip with Kevin Bacon.
And also Paul.
That is the greatest line of things I've ever seen.
See?
Yeah.
That's fun. So we'll randomly pop this
Okay.
up and come back to it because, again, it took 5 steps for us to think about it and to really put it together. And, all we got to now remember is that Clint Howard was in Goldmember with John Travolta.
I don't know if I've truly seen that movie.
You've never seen
Goldmember. Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. It's the same jokes again, but it plays.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of annoyed with.
It's
the
Wayne's
Spy Who
World
Shagged
2
Me.
compared to.
Well, let's not shit on Wayne's World 2, okay?
I mean, that's better than
Wayne's World 2,
Goldmember,
for as much
sure.
as a person who likes the Doors movie as much as you do, it's pretty much a shot-for-shot remake at times.
well, like Austin Powers 2 is. I
Fantastic.
think the best of the 3 movies. Goldmember is. It's starting to get a little. What was his hockey movie? The Love Guru.
The Love Guru is a hockey
The
movie?
Love Guru is not a hockey
Justin
movie.
Timberlake is a goalie on the hockey team.
I've never seen The Love Guru.
I never watched The Love Guru.
Oh, it's terrible.
I was thinking
It's
maybe
Jack and Jill bad.
of like Mystery Alaska, where
Ew, gross.
Hey, also, speaking of which, Inglourious
Not Mystery,
Bastards.
not Mystery Alaska.
Mystery Alaska with Russell Crowe. He was a hockey like announcer / like commentator, just playing it completely straight. It was, but he looked weird. It was super odd. Yeah.
So back to Goldmember.
Yeah, Goldmember.
It's clearly just cashing in on the trilogy. They were
Yeah,
clearly at the
yeah.
heart
It
of
was the same bits. There was a great sequence where Mini-Me was supposed to go on his shoulders, and instead they do him on Mini-Me's shoulders and his
Yeah.
little legs. And
There
that
was
scene
also-
hit home pretty hard for me. But
There was also the joke I always remember from it too, where when they team up, when Austin Powers and Dr. Evil team up at the end because they realize they're brothers, right? That's what.
yeah, that's
And he's climbing up, but he Austin Powers says, Dr. Evil, this time I thought you were crazy, but now I can clearly see your nuts. And that always stuck with me. That always stuck with me. I was like, that's a good joke. It's not to defend the whole movie, but that joke always stuck with me.
they did the same bits where like the planets come from like he's trying to do it.
What do you want them to do?
And Dr. Evil just hits the nuts, and I'm like, yep, that's it's always funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
cashing in. That's all. It
No,
was.
I am not going to say that it's the worst movie ever made because I don't know if I've really watched it. I think I might have.
That's
like,
why I didn't want to lump it in
just-
with Jack and Jill. you know?
Yeah.
I was like,
It's
whoa.
like Police Academy 4.
Oh,
the
no.
dearth of knowledge.
That's
that Cole.
that's not good. Is that Mission to Moscow or is that Citizens on Patrol
Like, it's still funny, but it's it's not as good as
with
what,
David Spade?
Police Academy 2 is basically the Citizen Kane of all Police Academy movies.
I've been
so-
saying that for a while. There's something about getting a blowjob underneath a lectern that's just still funny.
Now, those are movies that I don't think I've ever sat through and watched the entirety of any one of those movies.
I want to say that I watched like an unedited incompletion of the first Police Academy, and then off and on most of the rest of them, like just kind of in passing, like on television, like
Or
but
gas stations. It's a
or
real
gas
station
stations.
movie.
Just
It's a real
just-
$2.99.
just not good, not good at all. Not something I ever wanted to invest my time into.
But again, and this is just thinking about it. I don't blame them for trying to cash in on this. Like the first one must have done well, right? The first Police Academy.
Yeah.
Can you look up the first Police Academy and like we'll do?
I mean, the
What-
Goots. The Goots brings.
You Steve Gutenberg, friend of the show.
Yeah.
Clearly, he's always going to bring it.
Right.
But-
They made one of those movies like a year for 6 years in a row. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
Just the idea that they kept that train rolling. Because, listen, back then in Hollywood, you could just like release 78,000 movies in a year, and there was room for that. So,
Better times.
What are you looking
I don't
for?
know. I don't think you can.
Let's do close to without going over IMDb score
are
for
we
Police
talking
Academy
budget?
1. No, just
Oh,
the
box
rating,
office?
rating of
Oh,
Police
rating?
Academy 1.
Oh, okay.
IMDb.
I'll go.
IMDb on a 10-point scale.
I'll go 6.4. Okay, I got to give it a runway here.
I'll go 7.2.
6.7 is the correct answer.
Ah, jeez.
Close. Well, we were right
Yeah,
in the middle.
yeah, it's
though.
right in the
That was
middle.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys did a good job. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that gives you your runway for
Yeah.
like, don't worry,
Right,
we're going to
right.
pick it back up on the fourth one.
But also, you can't sit there and say because of the Police Academy franchise as a whole.
Well,
that this was a better time for filmmaking and,
Well,
and society.
let's put a pin in that. Hold on one sec, because I'll be in the enviable situation of
defending
Police Academy here. Can we find the budget real quick?
Yeah.
Because that's the real secret to
I
it.
thought you were going to ask for their IMDb score on Police Academy 2, which I have.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Let's just look at because this seems like a
Yeah.
$7 million, $8 million movie.
Budget. I don't even remember what year was this. 87?
84.
84. Okay.
Yeah, so maybe even $5 million.
Yeah, I would. Okay, you won, so you get to go first. And we're doing prices right, rules right.
Yeah, Price is
okay.
Right.
All right.
I'll go $5 million.
5 million. I'll go 8.5 million.
$4.5 million.
Went over though. Damn it.
Wow.
Man, you know what the box office was?
Box office was $45 million.
Box office. Ooh, yeah. Goddamn, it's gonna be a good return. I
It
mean,
was a really good return.
I'll go $70 million.
$150 million.
$150 million.
Good brings people in, man. That's all you need.
People saw Michael Winslow and they said, I want more of that.
Exactly. So they at least this has this runway. I mean, my God, what is the return on investment of what was it? 6.4?
It was 4.5
4.5
for $150 million just in box office alone.
Oh,
So-
man.
I'd love to. You
Like
don't
the
have to do it
merch,
right now, but
who knows what I got for merch?
I'm curious, like, if you totaled up the budgets for all the police academies, would it be more than
that.
$150 million?
We'll do that off the podcast, and we'll get that number to you.
I got to punch some numbers here.
Yeah, because I feel like there's no way.
I'll take the under. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take,
like
there's
you take and then what? You do the classic double it for marketing as well.
Right.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
Maybe okay, just to give me a frame of reference.
I got 2's budget pulled up.
Okay, 2's budget. So the first one was 4.5.
Yeah. I mean, you easily double it and maybe round up to 10. You got some gags?
6.3.
I'll go 10 million.
7.5. And guess what that movie made?
Well, it's got to be. I mean, a bunch of people would go back and see. This
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
back
yeah.
to defending the times.
Yes.
People
Yeah.
will go and watch the
Yeah.
movie because the first one
They
was
like
so
the
good.
first one.
And then it's a slow trickle into the gas station movie bin after
Right.
that. But I'll say 70 million.
Okay, the first one was 150.
50.
I'm gonna go 220.
220.
$115 million. But that's still like,
Yeah.
holy crap.
That's
Yeah.
a runway.
That's ridiculous.
That's why Gutenberg and Michael Winslow didn't need to really do much.
No, I'm guessing Michael Winslow isn't getting much on the back end of that deal. I'm guessing. So
think-
we've got this guy. He makes funny robot noises. I don't know. Will he take a couple of craft services and a $50 voucher to Kmart? Is that okay?
Kmart was a thing back then. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was this? What was the IMDb score on Police Academy 2?
5.5.
5.5. So
Yeah,
still,
that's great.
It's 5.5 is perfectly fine for Police Academy.
Right.
And then just to keep this going, a little more
let's keep
expensive
this
for
police-
free
this police
at 12 million,
12
and still
million?
made 107 million. So
Oh,
it was kind
jeez.
of finding its way
Yeah,
back in the middle,
yeah.
but that's still
That's cleaning up.
These guys were
Yeah, there's a
serious
reason
geniuses.
they made one of these every single fucking year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely going to be a win this year on
Yeah.
our budget. Mhm.
Sure.
Well, diminishing returns.
Yeah,
As soon as you
it
get
has
to
not-
100 million in 3 movies, you're just like, oh well, you could keep doing it until
Yeah.
the price point gets closer to that $10 million dollar budget.
Can we jump ahead to the last one? What was the last one? It was like
They made 6.
6.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Mission to Moscow or was that?
I'm going to
Miami
guess 6
Heat?
was, okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
The obviously years go by and things cost more money.
So when 6 came out, what was the name of it? Did it have a name besides Police Academy 6? And what year was it released?
It's City Under Siege.
City Under Siege.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what was 7 then?
Mission to Moscow.
Mission. Okay, I was right that the last one was Mission to Moscow. Okay, so hit me with the numbers of Mission to Moscow.
It's a $6.5 million budget.
Okay.
And it grossed $126,000.
126,000.
Oh, 106.20. Oh, God.
Yeah,
I didn't let you finish
stop,
it.
Yeah, you
I
got to
didn't let you
listen
finish it.
because
Oh, my
there's
gosh.
a different reaction.
Oh, yeah.
They took a bath on that
that's-
one. It's when you stop making them.
Yeah.
when you're like,
That's,
Ah, shit.
yeah.
It's run dry, guys. It's been a good run.
This is it.
Oh boy.
When,
Oh,
when was
jeez.
that movie though? That,
94.
94.
And the first one was 86,
84.
84. So that's a fucking 10-year
Yeah.
run.
Yeah,
10-year
that's a
run.
good run.
They did it. They did it. They
Yeah.
got Christopher Lee to be in this movie, so
Oh, no, was he the bad guy? I bet. I don't know.
yeah.
And I don't care enough to look up the plot to Mission to Moscow.
I feel we've
At
talked
all.
about Police Academy enough. And we've all learned something.
and we
you
all
know?
learned something. I cannot wait to see the graph that shows both
Mm-hmm.
the IMDb rating, the budget, and box office return.
I don't get paid enough to.
I know.
to do
I know.
that.
If you were really good at Excel, you'd have that like hammered out real fast.
We will get I'll get the number. I'll put it together. I can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
I don't know.
All right, so
It's a
Cole's-
different time.
Cole's got a game for you.
Oh, he's got a
Cole
game
has-
for me.
Yeah. Cole has a game. Are you ready for this or not?
I am ready.
All right,
Okay.
hold on. Let's
Is it name NBA teams? Because I'm not going to do good at that.
You're gonna not do good on this either.
no.
Okay.
All right, so this and we got music for it. We got specific music.
Specific music.
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go.
Because should I play the music first and then say what the name is?
Well,
Or
let me get into it.
Okay.
okay.
Is it a porn star name or a pro wrestler name?
Oh. Okay. All right. Porn star name or professional wrestling name. I don't hate this game,
So
and I think it's a 50-50 chance.
It really is. Any name could be misconstrued either way.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
so the question was, do you want two at a time and then you have to pick which one's the porn star, or
What? Let's do one at a time,
Or
and
you wanna do one at a
I'll
time?
pick whether
And
it's
I'll do a random order.
okay.
it's going to go every other?
Here
It's
we
going to
go.
be wrestler, porn star, porn star. We'll see if you can pick
Yeah.
up on the pattern.
Alexis Bliss.
Alexis Bliss
And he's going to say the name like that
every
time.
single time. I feel like that's a professional wrestler.
That is a professional wrestler.
Oh, good.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it.
All right.
Got it.
Okay, all right. All right.
One for one.
Okay. One for one.
We're going to do, how many you want to do? We're going to do,
I'm gonna do 10.
do 10.
10. All right. All right. Let's get this
Buckle
train
in.
going.
Brie Bella.
Brie Bella. Spell Brie for me, would you?
Like the cheese.
I'm going to say
I'm going to actually rule out asking for the spelling because I think that's contextual clues. I'm sorry. We're going to get into a triple X situation and it's not going to be. So no
yeah,
asking for spelling.
yeah. No asking for spelling. Can you just tell me what it's spelled if it doesn't have multiple X's?
No, this
No,
is no
there's
contest.
no X's will be explained,
No
okay?
X's, no X's will be explained.
Nope. We're just making up the rules as we go.
Brie Bella. I'm going to say because of the alliteration, it's a porn star.
That is a wrestler.
Oh.
She's one of the Bella twins.
Also could have been used for a porn star.
Yeah.
Her sister was engaged to John Cena for a while. Fun fact.
And her favorite movie
Yeah.
is Police Academy 4.
These are horrible fun facts.
I'm
Okay.
gonna give you one
Okay,
of
one for two.
one of both, just because they kind of go together.
Yeah, okay.
Phoenix Marie and Beth Phoenix. Which one's a porn star and which one's a wrestler?
Or are they both wrestlers?
Beth Phoenix is a wrestler. Phoenix Marie is a. Well, hold on. I take that back.
Mm-hmm.
No, Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix Marie is. Phoenix Marie is a wrestler. Beth Phoenix, is that right?
Yes.
Is also a wrestler.
Ooh.
Phoenix Marie is a porn star and Beth Phoenix is a wrestler.
But you did double down.
I
Double down.
Hey, listen, I was 50-50.
You're still 50-50. You're 2 and 4. You're 2 for
Okay,
4.
All right. Okay.
That was not a bad way to play that. by the
I'm
way.
like, yeah, is this a trick question?
Mm-hmm.
Is Cole that sneaky? He is.
We're learning.
Okay.
Sonia Blaze.
Sonia Blaze.
By the way, I don't know the answers to any
Yeah,
of these.
no, Sonia. Well, you know some. Yeah, you don't pay attention enough to the female wrestlers.
No.
You don't
No.
keep a catalog.
I don't know if I'd be doing.
Sonia Blaze, isn't that like a? Oh, I'm thinking of Sonia Blade.
Yeah.
That's
Mortal
that's
Kombat.
what got me too.
Yep.
This was one that I pulled out. Like I've never heard of this person.
I'm gonna say porn star.
She is a porn star.
Okay.
correct.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right,
I
3
feel
for
like
5.
I feel like Vince McMahon would not allow that.
Or Woody.
Yeah. All right.
3 for 5.
Caden Cross.
Caden Cross. Sure, wrestler.
Porn star.
I was gonna help you out. Can you get one lifeline per 10? You can reach out. So he's 3 for 6. You're operating 50-50.
50-50.
Another Mortal Kombat name. Nia Jax.
Nia Jax.
This is the one where you can't ask for spelling.
That's a wrestler.
That is a wrestler. Correct.
Yes.
There you go.
Who is she?
All right, 4 for 7.
She is a kind of a bull of women wrestling. She She fucks everybody up. Yeah.
Kind
Look kinda like a porn star, yeah.
There's got to be a better way to say this.
I got a name afterwards. I don't think you'll do it, but
Okay,
remind me.
Trish Stratus.
that's a wrestler.
Yes, I assumed you would know
That
one.
name
Did you know that
sounds
one?
kind of familiar.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay,
So
all
you're
right.
5 for 8 now.
5 for 8.
5 for
Okay,
8. You got a couple
Tony
of-
Storm.
I feel like that's a porn star.
That is a wrestler.
Oh, what?
See how this is confusing?
Yeah.
Like, this is where this game came from.
It's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah.
5
Okay.
for 9. 5 for 9. Hey,
Hey,
it's all gravy, baby.
it's all great.
A Bella Danger. Sounds like
That's a porn star.
that sounds like a Bond villain, if anything. But yes, it is a porn star.
Yeah, that's a porn star.
6 for 10.
Okay, give me a double up another one, huh?
Yeah, this was the question
yeah.
whether you give him twice at
Yeah,
two
yeah.
at a
All
time
right.
or not.
Leela Starr and Riley Steele.
Riley Steele or
Leela Starr.
Leela Starr. Leela Starr is a porn star, and Riley Steele is a wrestler.
They're both porn stars. I confused you on that one.
It's still 50-50.
It's still 50-50.
And then one last one, just for fun.
Okay, for fun.
China.
And this is kind of a trick question.
Okay.
Candice Michelle.
Candice Michelle, she started as a wrestler and became a porn star?
That's correct. Oh wow.
I don't know who that is.
She did some Cinemax porn. Yes. Yeah. So that was another fun
star
round.
or
Of
wrestler.
porn star or wrestler.
These things are totally not in my wheelhouse at all.
but they will be.
Yeah.
And that's why we thought it'd be fun
it's
to.
fun.
I proposed it to him, and I'm like, this will be a game that Nathan will not know anything about, and it will be just
Yeah.
straight up guessing. So,
Yeah, unless it's China.
Unless it's China.
Yeah.
Or that other girl.
which she did both. So,
Oh, she did?
yeah, she was in a porn with X-Pac.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Who?
X-Pac was a wrestler as well. The 1, 2, 3 kid.
The 1, 2, 3 kid. He was part of DX, the D Generation X.
Yeah, nope.
You don't
I mean,
know.
I know what D-Generation
I was
X
going to say,
is.
there's no way you can grow up in
but-
southern Iowa
yeah.
and not know who DX is.
I know who DX is, but I was more of a, New World NWO guy.
Oh, WCW
as far
guy.
as like, no, not really.
Oh.
No.
That was more flash in the pan. They just kind of signed everyone from WWF, and they didn't
Yeah.
run a tight ship. Say what you will about Vince McMahon, but the man knows how to run a tight ship
Does he?
organization. Well, he bought up the competition. I mean, my God.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Did we ever find out what happened with old Vince? And
He sold everything.
I know he
did
sold
so-
everything.
That's
but
last
I was
I
talking
heard.
about the shitting on people's faces while having sex with them.
Or if that hasn't moved forward through the courts, they're still in discovery.
He's moving to Switzerland.
I still find it hilarious that all he had to do was pay her another $2 million.
Yeah,
He's
something-
got it. He's got it.
Yeah, clearly. And all you got to do, it was a $3 million settlement.
Oh, yeah,
and
something like that.
he paid like $1 million of it,
Yeah.
and then you just have to pay the remaining
like,
two.
eh.
It's like, nah, fuck off.
Nah,
And
that's
it's one of those.
that's hubris. It's
well,
hubris.
Yes, yeah. No one's
That's
gonna
what it is.
deny that Vince McMahon has hubris.
Yeah,
No one wears a pencil thin mustache at the age of 75
in 2024.
in 2024.
He's got a big hubris. Ugh.
He took
Yeah.
a big hubris.
Right.
Anyway,
So yeah.
so Jacob's Ladder, really
is
good
Vince
movie.
Is Vince McMahon done any? What's the?
With Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Was he Was he in Ready?
yes.
Was he in Ready to Rumble?
He probably EP'd something that
But that's starring in, right?
Yeah, you got to act in it. The question here, we can try it.
was Kevin Bacon ever on Raw or WrestleMania or something.
2 steps. Vince McMahon was in Surf's Up. 2, Wave Mania with John Cena, and John Cena was in Tour de Pharmacy with Kevin Bacon. 2 fucking steps.
See, I think that's the problem with 2024. Now, everybody's body of work. When it was 1996.
Where were the terrorists when Surf's Up 2 WrestleMania was being made?
Hold on, Surf's Up was an okay movie. Okay,
I enjoyed Surf's Up, yeah.
I enjoy the mockumentary style of filmmaking. I think it's an interesting genre. It's fun to explore. So yeah, if you want
So
to make
no
a,
terrorist action. You're not calling for a terrorist
I was
action.
not. I was not. I didn't get to the end of Surf's Up and said, "Okay, that's it. That's enough. I don't need to see any more of this world," as compared to so many other movies.
But you wanted to see Surf's Up too.
Well, like
No, I don't.
Jeff
I-
Bridges was literally Lebowski
Big
in this
Lebowski.
movie.
Yeah.
Can you look up Vince McMahon's role? Is he playing himself in this movie?
He is an announcer, I think. Like,
Can you believe it? I do love though that the Oracle of Bacon. This is the same way it looked back in 1999 as well. Like this, there's been nothing.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh, this was the thing?
they've updated the photo of Kevin Bacon in this, but it's the same basic WordPress style website that they've had for forever.
Wow.
I gotta love not changing. You know.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used this website.
Yeah.
Ever.
This is always to confirm. You
It
know?
was a confirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, back then though, there was a lot more. 3, 4 steps.
3,
and everything's
4s,
2 now.
5s.
Going back to
Yeah.
the Kyle Gass of it all, where that would be an interesting maybe feature we could do for the podcast is just watch the 2 connecting movies, no matter what they are, and be
no
like,
matter what they are.
holy shit, we have to watch
Dolphin Tale 2.
and My Dog Skip. I'm not going to stop crying for days.
I never went. Is My Dog Skip sad?
I don't know.
Or is it just sad because you want to reminisce about how cute Frankie Muniz was back in the day?
I was gonna say, I think that's a Frankie Muniz project.
It is a Frankie Muniz project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the movie. Yeah. Again, no desire to see it. So
I remember I paired that one. So there was like a fun thing you'd do at the gas station with all the rental movies is I'd put them in an order to make it say something wrong.
Yeah.
And that was also the time where Screwed was out.
Okay.
So I could like put pretty much almost any movie in
the
front
Danny
of.
DeVito,
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. No, that, or yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. I remember hating it. Screwed. Yeah, it's like, Screwed and My Dog Skip, or, Aaron Brockovich, Screwed,
My Dog
The
Skip.
Mighty Ducks, Yeah.
Yeah. A real troublemaker.
It was a
real
hey, listen, it was a
rapscallion.
fun little bit
That's a fun bit.
after picking up my cream soda and just,
And returning Police Academy 4.
I will proudly proclaim I've never paid any money to watch any Police Academy movie ever.
But people have.
But people have, like, millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Millions of people have. And that's somewhat insane. Like,
It gives me hope.
that gives you hope.
It's a 50-50. It's a little bit of hope, a little bit of despair. One of the a little bit of both.
I love the idea of, like, Mission to Moscow only made $125,000. That's great.
Someone took a bath.
So, I mean, they really took a bath on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious about the thought process behind that. When they got the script, once again, they got done with the script, the end, and they said, "Okay, guys, I don't know if this is going to be worth $8.5 million that we're going to spend to make it, but I think we've got a shot."
well, the Gutenberg.
No,
the Goots
I
was
think-
out of it by then.
I think the Goots was out after maybe 3, maybe
Yeah.
something like that. I don't know. I have not went through. I went down a small rabbit hole of.
I feel we have to.
Yeah, just because I remember, like, holy shit! The body of work is huge. It's like just ridiculous that they cranked out that many movies in that short a time. It was
Same thing with Star Wars.
No, actually, Star Wars, they took like a really big break between episode 4. Episode 6 and episode 1. They really that was a pretty good long stretch. From 83 to 99.
Explain time and release dates of movies to me more, please, Nathan.
The Goot was in till 4.
He was in till 4?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then what was the steep drop off? This is all math that we're going to do off air because I feel again like we don't need to talk about the totality of the police academy
Too
budgets.
late. Too late, Bob.
We're halfway there, which I feel is enough. But yeah, here we are coming back to it.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, they made an animated movie, some other garbage too. I don't know if they made a
Yeah, they had a bunch of
live-action
money
movie.
to spend
Yeah.
until they didn't.
Hightower. And
now Michael Winslow tours casinos.
Michael Winslow just tours casinos. I've heard he's a really nice guy. I don't know.
Why
Have
wouldn't he
you
be?
ever watched that show? Watched
I've
the
heard
show?
he's a really nice guy.
No. I've heard he's a really nice guy. That's coming this fall on CBS.
Yeah,
I'm telling you that right now.
I've heard he's a really
Yeah,
nice guy.
I've heard he's a really nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a show about a guy who lives 3 doors down,
Yeah.
and then they never know him, but
They
they like
It's
it's
a-
CBS's version of Only Murders in the Building.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
How about that?
It's How I Met Your Mother meets Only Murders in the Building. Yeah. Yeah.
Really long title TV shows.
They love it. They do.
That's that's trademarked, right? That's copyrighted already.
We'll get you a one sheet CBS next week.
Yeah.
Okay. And
We're on retainer, so
Yeah.
it should be fine.
who'd be the star? Zach Braff or?
No, he's doing fine with the T-Mobile money.
Got that.
Well, you bring in You bring Gutenberg back. That's what you do.
Oh
You-
yeah.
You bring the
yeah.
Goots
Get the
in.
Goots in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Goots.
He's the poor man Steve Martin.
Yes. I feel like that is a
Right.
adequate comparison. Yeah. Certainly.
And then you bring Michael Winslow as a poor man's Martin Short.
I'd say he's a poor man Dennis Quaid, which is not saying much.
I think Dennis Quaid's a poor man's Dennis Quaid. Oh, I'm sorry. I take that back. Randy Quaid's a poor man's Dennis Quaid. that's the answer.
Wow. Whoa.
What?
We don't besmirch Randy Quaid.
What's right? No, the man's insane.
No, he's not. No.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Oh, 1,000%.
I think he's dead on, actually.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, get the old Goots back. Yeah, and he's actually murdering everybody in the building.
No, that's a different show. That's HBO.
That's HBO.
Yeah.
Okay.
The show's called I think he's a really nice guy.
I think he's a really nice guy.
Right? I actually think he's a really nice guy.
Is Goots the nice guy?
Yeah.
Oh, Goots is the nice guy though, right? And
Maybe.
he's not murdering people in the building.
He might be, again, if you're looking at him trying to figure out who the guy is,
Yeah.
if he's the Steve Martin in the situation.
Right.
That works too. It could work either way. It's like you showed me what was the new Josh Hartnett M. Night Shyamalan movie coming out called Trap.
I don't think I showed
That
you
was me, yeah.
That was you?
Yeah, I generally don't send you clips of M. Night Shyamalan movies.
You absolutely did because you said Josh Hartnett as a serial killer? Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
I might have
aboard.
talked about it.
Yeah, that's what
I don't remember like sending that to you.
neither of you sent it to me.
Okay.
All right.
I showed it to you at the bar, yeah.
No, I watched it on my own, Cole. I did it while I was sitting on the toilet. Okay.
I told you
weren't
about this
there.
movie, yeah.
No, you didn't.
In the
But
toilet,
anyway.
I did. I was in the bathroom.
You
You
with
were in
you.
the bathroom? Okay.
Oh,
well,
jeez.
that's
You
an
guys
invasion
just-
of privacy.
You're just sitting there together watching stuff in the bathroom, huh?
I get worried about him in there, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, it must be nice to have the Police Academy style runway that M. Night Shyamalan has. Of
Oh no, he's burned through it. I think he's back though. He's back.
I don't know. I have no desire to see the movie. It's also a movie that's very easily explained,
Yeah.
and I'm sure there's a Shyamalanian twist in it. But
I don't know. I don't know if there is. I mean, I think the twist is at the beginning now. It's at the beginning. It's not at the end.
isn't that a twist on a twist?
That's
wow.
yeah. No, I think it's. I will never. Once again, I won't pay money directly to watch Trapped. I'll watch it when it hits Netflix. Trap. When it hits Netflix.
Trapped is different. That's a porn star.
Yeah, Netflix or Amazon or whatever the fuck ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it let it simmer for a couple of weeks and then I'll get bored enough to watch it. But
Well, I brought it up though because now Josh Hartnett can't be the guy that's 3 doors down. And
no,
he's actually a nice
well,
guy.
I don't think that's him either. I like the idea of Goots though, like an older gentleman.
No, he's the
Yeah.
guy that lives down the hall.
Oh no, that Josh Hartnett. He's like procedural television for CBS. He's in an hour-long procedural drama about some different form of crime solving. It could be anything. It's not detective footwear, but he'd make a good detective footwear, though. Okay, all right. That's what Josh Hartnett is. He's in an hour-long procedural drama about God knows what.
He was just in Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Which was basically a 3-hour CBS operational. I mean, if you really think about it.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
No, I think if you really lay it down. I haven't seen Oppenheimer or a CBS 1-hour procedural in a while. So.
In that sense of, I don't know, Body of Lies. No, not Body of Lies. I'm trying to remember. Not Proof of a Life. It's a program. that
Something person of
Person
interest.
of interest, yeah.
I got there on my own.
Yeah.
You did. You did.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, the murders. Whatever the CBS. What would come up with the name? It was. He's actually a nice guy.
I think he's a nice guy. Or
I think he's actually whatever it was.
yeah, I don't remember.
But that reminded me. I did see a video, and again, this kind of ties into where we wish we had more police academies because so many.
You wish. I don't wish. I'm ready to hold a bus hostage.
I'm turning the corner here though because the amount of like internet videos that you have of people creating their own quote unquote stories about what's actually going on. Have you seen a lot of these videos? And then you
No,
get people
what do you mean?
commenting on them. So I watched a video where it was a guy commenting on a series of videos that this guy has made. He lives in Georgia and it was called the Chinese menu gate, I believe is what they were calling it.
Okay, I'm not familiar with this story.
I wasn't either, but it's again interesting enough to like I'll give my time to it.
Okay.
Now the question is, are you going to sit through the ad to watch the rest of it? For the podcast, I sat through the ad and watched it, but then I was pissed at the end because there's not enough Police Academy movies in the world apparently. So this guy lives in an apartment complex.
Tie this bow, because
I will tie the bow. I'll tie the bow.
I'm
Tie the
so
bow.
confused.
So this guy lives in an apartment complex,
Okay.
and then he saw a Chinese fast food delivery man putting menus into people's door slots, so
Okay.
you could hang
Yeah.
and see it and
Sure.
everything like that. And he did it on like a Friday, and then all of a sudden on Sunday he's going through and no one has opened the door, and all these Chinese menus are still there.
Okay.
And then another few days, all these Chinese menus are still in all these doors, so people haven't left their apartment in like 5 days. So then he
Okay.
starts wondering. He said he applied for this apartment, and they said they were all full. They only had like 1 or 2 spots available.
Okay.
So this place is theoretically packed.
Sure.
He doesn't
Sure.
see anybody in the halls, and he's doing multiple videos of this guy.
Oh,
This
okay.
guy is of nobody in the halls, and he
Yeah.
goes outside to like at nighttime to like look and see if
See
lights
if there's
are
any
on.
lights are on. Yeah.
And some lights are on, but there's no furniture in the place.
Okay.
And then there's some furniture that's delivered that's sitting outside of a
Okay.
apartment, and then it's there for 3 days, and then all of a sudden it disappears, and then he sees somebody in the hallway that goes to the stairwell, and he like runs after them to see, and then they disappear.
'Kay.
Again, these series of videos that are building
Yeah.
up and everything
Yeah.
like that, and it just the resolution is just like this guy could either be telling the truth or making it all up. We just don't know, and you're just like,
Oh,
yeah.
so no resolution.
I guess that is the only thing. Like, it's either
Yeah.
true or not true.
Yeah.
And all I've done is waste 3 fucking minutes.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I don't. Okay. Yeah.
You see what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit TikTok stuff, and I fucking hate it. No,
Exactly.
that's fucking garbage.
Because, of course, if you are really, and apparently, like, one of the past tenants sent DM'd the guy that's living there and said, yeah, they got really shady, and they found a barbed wired baseball bat and like bio bags, biochemical bags, or biomedicine bags.
Yeah.
In the back of a pickup truck or some shit like that. It's like, yeah, okay, it's interesting. It's clickbaity. It's very clickbaity, or like, it's sure, I want to know more. He also threw out like the guy narrating this video, and now here I am
Okay.
telling the story
Retelling
of this
of the guy
guy
retelling.
narrating this whole thing. But this is why we need more Police Academy movies.
No, because I like that. I like the initial story.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
I think that like that's a fun like there's that type of genre of storytelling. If you want to do like short little and like build a mystery and that's fun, that's interesting.
Well, that ties into I think he's actually a nice guy. That's
Yeah.
where my segue
Yeah.
was, because I think, look, yeah, you could definitely use that.
Yeah.
Like where Steve Gutenberg's character
is he or is he not?
is making these TikTok videos about this one guy who actually lives there, and he's just secretly destroying his life because we don't know he's either making up or it's true. Either way,
Yeah.
this guy's fucked. So that's
Yeah.
that's the segue that I got.
Yeah.
But the guy that was commentating on this video in real life
'Kay.
brought up a theory that I've never heard, and also I've seen before in the past. But
'Kay.
he's like the shopping bag or the grocery bag theory, that you never see your neighbors bring in their groceries. So that was the question I had to you guys. Have you seen your neighbors bring in groceries?
Yeah.
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 Right?
Like, yeah.
And-
Plenty of times.
And I have too.
Yeah.
It's just he talked about it, and he said it was like it's this factual thing that like people know, like here it is. Just when you say something where it's like, oh, and it's just like the grocery bag theory, where
Yeah.
you never actually see your neighbors. Think about it. Have you
No.
ever actually seen your neighbors? It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I've never lived in a multi-story apartment building, so there's that. So I feel like, yeah, it's easy for me to look out my front window, see my neighbors pull up and get out with their van carrying groceries.
Do you do that often?
No, I mean, I don't make a mental note of it every time.
You don't like watching your neighbors?
I mean, I pay attention to them just because, like, it's more like, hey, that's a thing that's happening, and
You
it's
get off
literally-
my lawn.
No, it's there. I mean,
Stop touching my car.
I noticed that my next door neighbor, like, he's a single dude. The amount of like,
Is he a nice guy?
oh yeah, Gordon's a great guy. He keeps to himself. Doesn't say shit to us really. I mean, it doesn't cause any problems. Just as compared to the asshole kids who live up the street, that guy can fuck off. But I do notice that motherfucker gets Uber Eats and DoorDash like almost every night. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I don't like do you really have that much disposable income that you're ordering Uber Eats almost every night?
Well,
at
there's
10 o'clock at night.
there's people that, I mean, that's just how they eat, is they go out all the time. Like there's whether they can afford it or not. Like that was an interesting thing in Better Call Saul. Like where every time they left for work that day, Jimmy was like, "What do you want, Thai or Chinese food?" or something and so it's just like every night, and they're, I'm going to dare say, in a different financial situation than your neighbor.
Yes,
you know? But where the going out to eat is the norm.
Yeah.
Like, that is what you do. And not knowing how to cook or not wanting to cook.
Right.
But
I mean, we see Jimmy cook eggs one time.
We did. But in the context of this CBS procedural that we're working out,
yes,
I think we got the context of this TikToker guy that's trying to make a situation out of something that may or may not actually be there.
That's going to be difficult to stretch over a 9-season run that CBS really wants.
The only thing we really have to hit is that it doesn't matter either way if it's happening or not.
Right. Do we really care about
You just want people to be
how
pissed.
he met his mother? I don't think you do.
No.
I don't think anybody really did. But yeah, no, I do. I love that idea. Like as far as like doing something different narratively and
With social media.
and trying to tell a unique story. I think that's great. I think that's a fun way to get sucked in.
I do think it's an element that will be, if it hasn't already been tried or successfully done, I maybe haven't seen it, but those are elements that will be added into television and or movies that in a way that will become its own genre.
Sure.
Much like the mockumentary style has become its own style. Like, you don't need to even
some
explain.
kind of found footage.
You just, but even I'd say like the social media TikTok side of it, where it's the person telling the story.
Yeah.
Like I think it could go that far.
Sure.
Where people watching television don't mind seeing somebody holding a camera.
Yeah.
And then that's the audience's view.
Sure. No, I mean, there's been a couple of like found footage movies. There was like a Unfriended, that was a horror movie that all took place like on one screen. And then there was a Ken Jeong movie. I'm trying to remember what the fuck that one, where he was like trying to find his missing daughter. That all took place like on like a screen, like screen capture kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm not saying I have just thought of this idea.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's been perfected to the point.
It's John Chow, by the way.
Oh,
you were so far off on that.
I'm thinking of who did I say?
Racist piece of shit.
No, Ken Jeong.
Searching is the name of the movie.
Ken Jeong.
Ken Jeong from
Community. Yeah, sorry.
That's what you said.
That is 1,000% what I said.
It's the guy from Harold and Kumar.
Yeah,
Speaking with authority, getting Nathan into trouble again.
No, it was the guy from, wasn't it?
No, it's the guy from Harold and Kumar.
It was the guy from Harold and Kumar?
John Chow, yeah.
Okay, I was thinking of...
Not the Indian one, but
no,
so
I was
you were at
thinking
least
of the
there.
guy from...
Cal Penn.
I was thinking of the guy from Walking Dead.
Stephen Yeun.
Steven... I think it's Yeun. Yeah.
Yeun.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking of. I thought he was in that movie. No, okay, I remember now.
Well, my point is like I don't think it's been perfected. Again, I'm not saying like have this idea.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. I think over time it will become what people will accept it as a narrative form of seeing.
Sure.
I don't think it's been successfully done yet. From what
Right.
I've seen, obviously there's elements. Like obviously you can have a normal standard movie or a TV show, and then have that element of on a phone going into social media world.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if you need to fully live in that social media world. I mean, going back to our, he's actually a nice guy.
Yeah. He's actually a nice guy. Yeah, I don't know. Is it just about a bunch of people in New York trying to just going around their normal day-to-day lives, but there's this weird sinister underneath where it's like, yeah, I heard that Mrs. Miller in 12B was like, she's dead? So I don't know. Is her apartment up for rent then?
I think it's Steve Guttenberg trying to get TikTok clicks. He's trying to turn his life around and really.
Is he playing Steve Guttenberg? Is it a real not waiting? What was the show with on Showtime?
Party Down.
Party Down. Yeah, remember the Goots was on that where he was played like a weird wacky version of himself. Yeah. Yes.
Maybe.
Well, yeah. I like the idea of a guy trying to like become TikTok famous.
Yeah. especially a older middle-aged man.
Yeah, but that almost sounds almost like more of a Fox television show.
I don't know. They make Ghosts, so
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
we'll flush it out, but
Yeah.
we can incorporate those elements.
There's some. I think. Yeah, you're right. The Goots is due to
The Goots is always due. Absolutely.
for resurgence.
So Cole,
for
you
sure.
Cole, you had a game. You had another
One
game?
more game. And this goes into last week's episode of
Okay.
the late 80s and early 90s
That was-
baseball movie.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago?
Time's lost
Time
all
has no
meaning.
meaning.
Yeah.
So I'm going to list off random actors, and you're going to guess
Hold on, let me play the theme song.
I won't recognize all the porn stars because
Well,
Okay.
I'm going to start off with Dennis Leary.
What are you going?
Is
So
there-
you
sure,
guess
I
the
need to guess the
late
movie.
80s, early 90s movie that Dennis Leary was
Okay.
in.
Sandlot.
He was
Yeah,
in the
Sandlot.
Sandlot. I was going to give you somewhat of an easy one to start.
Okay,
Demolition Man.
but is this us versus each other, or are
Well,
we
I'm going to
together?
go ahead and give the point to you, Bob, because you said it first.
Okay.
okay.
Well, I did. That's why I was
Yeah.
like,
Ed Harris. This one
Milk
I
Money.
did not know at all. And
yeah, I don't know if Milk Money's a
Extra
baseball.
points if you guess what character it is in said movie.
No. Oh, is this a baseball movie?
It's a baseball movie, yeah.
Yeah, they're all
Ed
baseball
Harris
movies.
in a baseball movie. Do.
Hold on, I'll play the.
Hold on.
I can do this.
Ed Harris in a baseball movie? He wasn't in A League of Your Own.
Oh, is it Ed?
You don't see him.
Oh.
That's
What's the monkey movie with Matt LeBlanc?
so that was my last. That was my last one was Matt LeBlanc, just to see he's the main character in the movie.
Future points, right? I get future points.
Hold on. I'm so. Okay.
Okay, so now.
So Ed Harris was the voice in Field of Dreams.
Okay.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Okay. Do I get future points for Matt LeBlanc?
Yes, just out of
Thank you.
figuring that out beforehand. That was my last one.
Oh, fucking.
He's
Ed.
the main character in the movie. Like that's.
Ed.
Would you have gotten that?
Yeah, I remember
It's
Ed. Because
with
Him
One
with a
of
monkey.
comical.
Yeah.
One of the
Has like the least amount of baseball in any baseball movie, right?
maybe
I think, or something like
they
that.
blew their wad on the chimpanzee.
Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew.
Angels in the outfield.
Yeah, Bob's all.
I don't
all on
remember
this.
him. I once again. I haven't
We
seen
talked
him.
about this 2
He
weeks
had
ago.
like 4 lines in the movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He
We
tracked-
talked about Adrian Brody. That's where I thought
Yeah.
this was.
You guys got to listen to the podcast. He tracks down the ball in center field. It's one of them, some of the first Angels
he
come.
flies. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have not watched that movie
It's
J-
not
since
as good
I
as
was a
Field of
child.
Dreams.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K.
This
Simmons.
is another movie we talked about the other day. That's one of the more random ones.
Little Big League.
Not Little Big League.
Hmm.
Do you get one guess?
J.K.
Keep going.
Simmons.
Fire him out.
I don't. Sandlot. No,
I'll
'cause-
just go
because
one
you already
guess.
did.
I'll do one guess. So I'll do. I said
He
Little
was
Big
in
League.
the Scout as an assistant coach.
Okay.
Oh
Jeff Garland.
Jeff Garland.
yeah. Chef Garland was in. Was that Little Big League?
That is Little Big League. Yeah,
Is
you
it?
got that right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the board.
All right.
I got future points, man.
Neil Flynn, there are 2 correct answers on this question.
Who the fuck's Neil Flynn?
He is the janitor in Scrubs,
Oh.
the cop in The Fugitive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had many a conversation about old Neil Flynn and how he looks like the dude from Firefly.
Oh no, he doesn't.
He looks just like him.
He does not
You
look
disagree
anything
with me.
He looks nothing like
looks
Nathan
nothing
Fillion.
like-
Yes, he does.
No.
To say he looks nothing like him is ridiculous.
No,
Okay.
they're both male.
They have the same haircut and they have very similar facial features. Anyway, Neil Flynn.
Neil Flynn.
He is in Rookie of the Year.
Correct. Oh, bonus points available.
Okay.
And he is in. What would it be?
He's
I'll double down and go. I'll go Little Big League too.
the clue is he is a fan that is discouraged for majority of the season.
Oh, Major
That's
League.
right. He's,
He's
in
in
Major League.
Major League,
He's,
yes,
yeah, he's
yeah.
part of the Indian,
Yeah.
like in the bleacher crew.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
The Tribe. Yeah.
yeah.
And last one, your boy,
Matt LeBlanc.
Frank Thomas.
Frank Tom, the Big Hurt. Why is he my boy?
He's in Rookie of the Year.
No, that's a Cubs movie. He
Well,
plays
I don't
Will
know.
West. It's a whole thing. Frank Thomas
It's
in
Nathan's favorite baseball movie.
what? Frank Thomas.
I don't know.
There's a mustache involved. That's my clue.
Mr.
Oh, Mr.
Baseball.
Baseball?
Mr.
I got it up
Baseball.
before you did.
There's a Frank Thomas is in.
Frank Thomas is in Mr. Baseball. Yes.
I think I watched like the first 45 minutes of Mr. Baseball not too long ago, but then I'm like, nope, I'm done. That's enough.
It's
All right,
truly.
I'll
a
give you
nightmare.
one more bonus
Okay,
question.
one more bonus
And
question.
this is later on.
'Kay.
But in the movie 42,
Okay.
Oh.
who is his best friend? And there's a Fast and the Furious.
It's
the Oracle of Bacon.
yeah, that kid. That guy, what's his name? He was in Tokyo Drift.
Yes.
And he was in was he not Sling Blade? What?
Tay Diggs?
No, what
yeah.
yeah. No, what movie was he?
Is it? Am I right? I have no idea.
He was a child actor.
He was in some movie about a horse. I remember that.
About a whore or a horse?
Horse.
About a guy
It's not
about
Milk Money.
about a guy about a horse.
What's that guy's name? He's got a stupid Southern draw.
He's a really, really terrible actor. I have to look it up. 'Cause I
Wait,
don't
is it the
remember.
guy from Friday Night Lights?
No.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Is it?
It is
What?
the quarterback in
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights. Yeah.
Yeah. He's in a bunch of stuff.
His name's Lucas Black.
Lucas Black. There we go. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Do I
he
get
was-
half a
I
point?
remember that.
I had to get Fast and the Furious in this game
I
in
know.
some way, shape, or form.
As
Yeah.
you're one to do.
I really do think there's room for a Fast and Furious baseball movie. I'm surprised they haven't gone off the rails that far. Like
I live my
fucking,
life one split finger at a time.
like listen.
it's
Police
Fast-
Academy can go to Moscow and Miami.
I was going to say, is Fast and the Furious not our generation's Police Academy? I mean,
Yeah, it's up there.
I can't think. I mean, you talk about
Franchises
movies
that,
in the runway that they have.
that have made
and
it this
then-
long.
I mean, clearly they've lapped Police Academy movies.
Oh yeah. Oh
but-
yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if they ever had the kind of return on investment that Police Academy 1 through 3 had.
Yeah. Well, one certainly. I think one did really well for its budget.
Yeah, but let's look it up. All right.
I don't think it's $4.5 million to 125.
I don't think it's 1988 figures.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think that's a big leap to make.
Right.
You know.
So what was the budget of the Fast and the Furious? Or I'm sorry, is it Fast and Furious?
It's the Fast.
It's
and
the Fast
Furious.
and the Furious because Fast and Furious is a different movie.
That's 4. Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
He's got a Michael Winslowian memory for.
What would you say that the budget for the Fast and the Furious was, Bob?
I don't like that tone of Bob.
Family.
I will say. I mean, there's a lot of cars. I'll go 19.5. 19.5 million.
I'm gonna say 32 million.
Yeah.
$38 million.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
And the return on that, I will say, was $189 million.
I'm gonna go $250 million.
$207.3 million.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean,
If you adjust for inflation, I'm sure it's pretty similar.
it's close.
It's close.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's close. Yeah, it is close.
It's probably a little bit close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too Fast, Too Furious got twice the budget.
But what was its return?
I mean, it was all Luda. That was. the big-
I don't
lot of
think
that money goes to
Luda was
Luda.
asking for that much.
Luda doesn't get out of bed for anything under $3 million.
He's got some points on the back end.
Yeah. That's what that State Farm commercial. Like, we've been trying to get this done for years.
Luda?
Yeah.
Luda's in a State Farm commercial?
Yeah, you can watch it on your own time. I'm not going. I've already explained a TikTok video to you. I'm not going to explain a commercial to you as well.
Yeah, don't find it and send it to me because it would also be a waste of time and
Mm-hmm.
goes almost against everything I believe in.
Made $127 million.
Okay, so not as
on
much.
a $60 million
A
budget.
$76 million budget.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you we're not going to go through the whole shebang like we did with Police Academy. I want to see that.
I just think it's crazy that John Singleton directed Too Fast, Too
Oh,
Furious.
that's right. Oh, John Singleton, R.I.P.
Friend of the show, I guess.
from Beyond the Grave.
We just learned not to tweet at him.
It's like, I'm going to go Boys in the Hood and
Yeah.
then Too Fast, Too
Did you ever hear that
Furious.
story about us tweeting at John Singleton?
No.
So we're like sitting there, Bobby and I. We were at the doghouse, the old dogger, if you will, and we were sitting there, and I was talking about how Christian Bale plays almost the exact same character from American Psycho to Shaft 2000. Like rich asshole who just is fine with killing people in a menacing way and doesn't really care about.
And this was in succession of, right? Wasn't it American Psycho into Shaft?
Like, they were released really close to each other, and I'm like, the shooting schedule had to be pretty close.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to dive deep into
We
that.
had production questions.
And try to figure it out. And I was like, I don't know, who can we even message to? And we ended up tweeting at John Singleton, only to find out like he died 4 months prior. Like, now I feel like an asshole.
Yeah.
That's why you got to ask me those questions, because I know.
You know when
that's-
John Singleton died?
That's
Yeah.
why we don't tweet anymore. We out of respect for John Singleton.
Yeah, it's like I've learned my lesson. This is like giving a child a gun. This is just
He made 4 brothers and was like, I got to just,
Family.
I mean, it did have Ty Diggs in it.
Tay
Diggs,
Tay Diggs is not in 4 Brothers.
isn't he?
No.
Who am I thinking?
Tyrese Gibson, who's in like Too Fast and Furious.
Oh, I'm
and,
sorry.
Family.
And Baby Boy,
I'm mixing up Ty Gibson,
which I assume you saw Baby Boy because that's what you call your oldest
Tyrese
son.
Gibson and Tate. I grant you, it's confusing.
yeah. No, I did not. I did not watch Baby Boy. No,
Oh, that's really good.
no. I watched Roll Bounce though, but
Of course you did.
yeah.
And at the end of the day,
This could be a podcast.
We're ending on roll bounce, really?
no, I'm going to cut it way before that.
Oh, damn it. That was a good line. Damn it.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for listening. We really appreciate it. We hope you learned something too, because that's really the point of the conversation here.
Yeah, we're all about learning and personal growth and fun facts about Police Academy.
Yeah. And Fast and the Furious.
Family.
Yeah, so go ahead and subscribe, like, and make sure that you tell everybody about it, especially that guy in Frankfurt, Germany. Share it with your friends,
We're
okay?
thinking about you.
Yeah, I love you.
Wiener Schnitzel.